The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday morning. I hope everybody's doing good. I hope everybody's up at it, doing their thing on this Monday. Last week was a pretty rough week, but we're gonna go ahead and hopefully turn this thing around this week. Got an FOMC meeting going on this week. Gonna see what Powell does. What's going on, Elmo? Good morning. How are you, my brother? Gonna see what the FOMC meeting does this morning. Gonna see what Powell does this week. Gonna see if he gives us any sign of a rate decrease. I don't think we'll get anything on Wednesday. I don't think we'll get any rate decrease on Wednesday. I don't think that's going to happen. But we'll see if in this press conference he gives us any sign. Got a war broke out between Israel and Iran, kind of jacked the markets up last week. But they seem to be kind of turning around a little bit from that, kind of pricing everything in on a Monday morning. And, that's the thing. That's the only thing the markets need, is they need some stability, and they can start to price things in regardless of what's going on. As long as the markets get a chance to price things in, then, the market's going to do what it does, right? But the whole key is no surprises. No surprises. I'll give everybody a chance to let the DGs get in here for a little while. But, man, it looks like this week is going to be halfway decent week. Looks like we're starting out good. At least we're starting out good. Oil prices started to take off a little bit last week. Gas prices started to go crazy through the roof. But looks like this morning they're starting to come back down to reality. And gas prices are pretty rough when it comes to these markets because, you got diesel fuel, and that drives the price of pretty much all the goods, all the products, all that stuff. So, we'll see how that happens as the week moves on and what goes on. But a lot of good stuff, a lot of good news to get into today. Got a lot of positive news around the markets, got a lot of positive news around crypto. So we go ahead, we get right into this thing on this early Monday morning. Asian markets, they closed up. They look pretty good. Not too bad. European markets woke up this morning. They're trading pretty damn good as well. Ken, good morning. Good morning, my brother. Good morning. The European markets over there where Ken's at, trading pretty good this morning. Looks like they're all in the green after the pretty much sell off on last week. The United States pre-markets, they look good as well. Selbo, good morning, my brother. Happy Monday morning. I want to say, I hope everybody had a good Father's Day as well. Before we get too far into this thing, hope everybody had a good Father's Day on Sunday. Hope everybody took the time to go ahead and spend some time with their family, their kids, if they got them, grandkids, whoever, and really had a good Father's Day. Celebrate you dads out there. Celebrate all of us dads out there, because at the end of the day, we are the first love of our children. So love the fathers and the fathers that are in their children's lives. But the United States pre-markets, they look pretty good. They look pretty good over here too, all in green. And here was some of the issue. Oil prices, they went crazy, Friday, and looked like they were going to go crazy a little bit over the weekend as well. Looks like they were going to open crazy, I should say, today, but they actually started to come down a little bit, which is, like I said, that's good. That's good for products. That's good for consumers, because this is a lot of money here, diesel fuel, things like that, to move products all over the world. And the higher the oil prices go, the more it's going to cost to move them products, and ultimately the consumer is going to pay for it. So, so it's a good thing to see these oil prices come down a little bit in the stock market. So, bond market, not looking, not looking too great right now. But this is a good thing because the bond market comes down a little bit, helps with the interest rates. Good morning to Junior. Good morning, my brother. Happy Monday. Happy Monday morning to you. Interest rates. Hopefully, bond market comes down a little bit, helps drive the interest rate cuts. I don't think that we're going to get any on Wednesday at the FOMC meeting. I don't think we're going to get a rate cut. It's just not in the cards right now. I don't think. But you see, stock futures are starting to come up a little bit based on this war here, and they as the stock started to take a little bit of a hit last week, is starting to rebound a little bit. So definitely looking better today, as we just seen before. Circle doing its thing. $133 a close. Looks like it wants to open around a 140 today. Why is Circle important? It had its IPO. It launched. Got a stablecoin bill going to pass here at some point here in the United States. Looks like it's going to pass, which is huge, and we'll get into why that's huge here in a minute. But yeah, it looks like it wants to open at 140, around 146, 147 today. So definitely looking really good. The video is looking really good today as well. So is in Tesla. A lot of these tech stocks are looking really good today. So, we'll take that. We'll take that for a Monday morning. Definitely take that for a Monday morning. But yeah, Circle is important. The stablecoin bill is important here in the United States. We can get into a little bit of the reasons why here right now, as we're kind of talking about it. Hong Kong accelerates stablecoin licenses. Basically to trade on the world stage here. So Hong Kong's jumping on board with the stablecoin bills and the stablecoin acts as well. Wall Street Journal. This is something that not a lot of people were reporting on Friday because of the war, but we'll go ahead and come back around and revisit this thing because this is probably one of the most bullish things that I've heard in a long time. The Wall Street Journal put this article out where Walmart and Amazon are looking at starting their own stablecoin, issuing their own stablecoin for transactions and payments. A lot of other retailers are jumping on board with this concept. And right before the whole craziness with Iraq and Iran, Israel and Iran, you look at it, and the Visa, MasterCard, American Express, everybody else's stocks were taking a tumble because retailers are starting to, I better share my screen. I didn't even share my screen. You guys weren't even telling me I wasn't sharing my screen. Because retailers are starting to retailers are starting to move more towards stablecoin bills. Stable coins instead of Visa, MasterCard, and American Express, because it's going to save them billions and billions of dollars on their fees. So these guys are looking at launching their own stable coins, Walmart and Amazon being the two biggest. But if you read down through the article, it goes on to say that there's a bunch of retailers that are looking at launching these stable coins for themselves, or jumping on the stablecoin bandwagon that are already there. Yeah, Ken, you laughing, man? You guys didn't even tell me, man. You guys didn't even tell me. I'm over here talking, thinking I'm sharing my screen. I ain't sharing nothing. So, but yeah, this is a big deal right here, because think about it. If Walmart and Amazon, they release their own stable coins, they make transactions in their own stable coin, then guess what? Then that means that, Visa, MasterCard, all them guys, they're cutting into their profits a little bit. And then you look at some of these other major retailers moving more towards stable coins. It's going to cut into them profit margins for them guys. That's all good, Ken, man. It's all good, man. Yo, the life of a live stream, right? If you ain't looking at the screen, you don't really know what's going on, man. But yo, this is a big deal right here. So you know, we'll see. And again, it's all about what blockchain these guys choose to use to move these stable coins as well, right? So that's the big deal right there. Is what blockchain do these guys use to move their stable coins, right? You know, Amazon's already hooked up with AVAX, so we'll see if they utilize AVAX blockchain, if they do launch their stable coins, if they utilize AVAX. And you know, Walmart's already hooked up with VeChain for their logistics. So we'll see if they kind of use VeChain to utilize their stable coin. So that's gonna be the kicker, is what blockchain do these guys use and a lot of the retailers use to move these stable coins, because that's going to be the blockchains that really take off and really start to move. So we'll see which one. But the interesting part, and we talked about this before, is, you know, will these retailers utilize the stable coins or the cryptocurrencies that's currently out there on the market, or will they create their own? It looks like more and more of them are leaning towards creating their own. So that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt some people. That's gonna hurt some people. But it's all right. It's all good. Um, so you know, definitely a lot of stablecoin movement in the market today. You got Fidelity just launched its S1 for its Solana spot ETF. Uh, right here, definitely big news for Solana. So that looks like that spot ETF is going to be coming at us pretty soon. XRP spot ETF looks like it's on its way for approval here pretty quick as well. Looks like H bar is going to get a spot ETF as well. So it looks like these spot ETFs are going to start getting approved. And this is why I think that third and fourth quarter of the year for the cryptocurrency market is going to be so big, because I think there's going to be a ton of spot ETFs that get approved and going to dry the market up. I mean, when we come over here and we look at the total overview of this market, you look at Bitcoin, fear and greed index sitting at 50, sitting at neutral. Looks like we're 28 out of 100 for altcoin season here. We just tipped back into altcoin season. Again, I say this time and time again, be careful, guys. We're just tipping into altcoin season here. So we definitely could tip another way. Another way. Is MAGA the new KKK? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's one of these things where, you know, the geopolitical atmosphere out here is rough, Selmo. It's rough. It is definitely rough. But yeah, the geopolitical atmosphere, man. It's really rough out here. Like I don't even know. I don't even know how to call it anymore, man. It's you just don't even know what you're waking up to every morning anymore here in the United States. But got altcoin season sitting at 28 out of 100. So definitely back in the altcoin season, but just back in the altcoin season. So we've been here before. Got the market cap sitting at $3.34 trillion in cryptocurrency right now. Moving to the upside today a little bit here. You can see us moving to the upside a little bit, and that's good because the stock market's not even open yet, which means these ETFs aren't really seeing any big volume this morning. But believe it or not, Friday they started to rebound a little bit from that big Bitcoin dip. Was like right around 102, and then these ETFs started to kick in. They started to put some positive volume into Ethereum and Bitcoin, and push that price up a little bit and hold us pretty steady for the weekend, which was good, because we would have held steady around 102 if these ETFs didn't kick in and start to see some massive volume. So we'll see where they're at this morning. They look really good this morning. They look like they're going to be in the positives this morning. They getting paid big. Yeah, there's a lot of money flowing around there, man. There's a lot of money flowing into into Trump's cryptocurrency company, man. A lot of money flowing into a lot of these cryptocurrency companies, and it's big money. I don't know how many bigs you want to put in on put on that, but there's a lot of big money. Good morning, my brother. But we got Bitcoin dominance right now sitting at 63.7, which is up, right? But look at Ethereum, 9.5% ticking up. And I keep telling you guys, a lot of people are starting to add Ethereum to their balance sheets, much like they did Bitcoin in XRP. Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP are starting to get added to people's balance sheets, much like they did Bitcoin. So this is good for both Ethereum and XRP. And if you can get companies starting to add this to your balance sheet and really starting to accumulate it, much like they did Bitcoin, this is going to be a good thing for both of them. And you see the Ethereum dominance starting to tick up a little bit, just a little bit, another 2 points today. But you know what? Every little bit that Ethereum ticks up a little bit gets us closer and closer to that altcoin season that we're all waiting for. So definitely looking good over there. Everything for crypto right now is looking really solid this morning. We'll see how this thing plays out as the morning moves on. Over here on chain, you got BSE putting $4.9 billion through their blockchain in 24 hours, which is good for a weekend. Then you got Solana sitting at 1.7 billion, which is a really good weekend for any blockchain, sitting at anywhere between $1.5 to $2 billion on a Sunday. Basically, we're talking about Sunday here. Is a good volume day, but look at BSE is just absolutely smoking everybody. Ethereum coming in at 1.3 billion, and base coming in at 716 million. Arbitrum coming in at 351 million right there, and then Unichain, which is one that is doing pretty good volume, 254 million right now. And Sui coming in at 230 million. Sui volume starting to tick up after their hack. So definitely Sui starting to come back a little bit. But BSC just blowing the doors off of everybody. They're absolutely blowing the doors off of everybody. That chain right there is just on fire. It's just on fire. You got the total 3 market cap sitting right here at $847.69 billion. We talked about this on Friday a little bit. This 0.5 level right here on this Fibonacci is key. It's about 900 billion. If we can get back up there where it looks like we're starting to work our way back up there, if we can get back up here and break through this, I think altcoins are absolutely going to send. They're going to send like crazy. Yeah, because I have to go to I have a business meeting I have to go to on Wednesdays. I think this is my last week. Yeah. So after that we'll be back to regular streams heat. So yeah, I have to be out of town actually on Wednesday. So that's why. So business calls, dog. But yeah, the total 3, you can see it's kind of oversold territory right now, but starting to come back up, which is absolutely great for the total 3. That's why I think we're going to get back up to that 0.05 level, and then I think we're gonna send this. This thing's going to send. You look at Ethereum though. We talked about Ethereum a lot. It had this bull flag right here, still sitting in this bull flag. Came down. It had this big, nice sell off right here when that whole Israel-Iran issue started to happen. Then it came right back up in here into this bull flag, and we're just waiting for that full send. Sitting at $2,605 right now. We're just waiting for this full send on Ethereum, and we definitely going. We're definitely going to go ahead and get that full send. Go have a good Monday, Junior. Happy Father's Day to you, my brother. A little late, but happy Father's Day. But we're definitely going to get this full send off Ethereum. I think Ethereum's it's setting itself up for a damn skyrocket here. It's just a matter of when. But this damn thing's setting up just for a pure chart standpoint. This thing's ready to blow. So we'll see. We'll see when it happens. Bitcoin right now sitting at 106.7. Was as high as 107 this morning when I first got up. So a little bit of a sell-off this morning coming down here, but definitely coming right back down into the moving averages. Not a big deal. Like I said, when the ETFs wake up and they start to move a little bit, I think we're going to see it. We should see Bitcoin have a decent day as long as these guys are going to buy. But check out Aerodrome Finance. It's one that we talked about for a while here. Look at this thing sitting at 79 cents right now. We were talking about it all the way back down in the 30s. The RSI, man, completely overbought right here at 79 cents. But this is the reason that this thing is moving the way that it's moving is because Coinbase is talking about integrating Aerodrome Finance right into their app, which is not their wallet. It's right into their app. So you're literally going to be able to trade your DeFi tokens right inside the Coinbase app, and they're going to be using Aerodrome's DeFi trading platform to do that. And man, this thing is absolutely just going crazy because of that. And it should be, because you're going to be touching a lot of users over there, and with this project, and when they upgrade this and use this right inside the Coinbase app, gonna be something special for Aerodrome. We've been talking about Aerodrome for a minute. Coinbase Ventures, big supporter of Aerodrome, big financial supporter of Aerodrome. Let's talk about, say that. But definitely this is going to be one that's going to move. And I kept saying it was going to move, and I think it's going to move. It's going to move pretty heavy going into the summer when they integrate that the rest of the summer. And I'm waiting to get up in here in this blue zone over $2 here, where it was at before I even really start looking at my Aerodrome bags. But Aerodrome definitely had a great weekend in a market that's absolutely got smoked over Friday, Saturday. Same with SPX 6900. You see it setting set some new all-time highs here. So definitely pulled back just a little bit, but was at its new all-time high when the rest of the market was down. Sitting at $1.65 right now. Look at that. You couldn't get a better U-shaped chart than that right there. So SPX 6900 is definitely one to watch out for. You can kind of see that it's still even sitting, the RSI right now is sitting in an oversold zone. So this thing looks like it's about ready to take off again. If they can flip that RSI a little bit, go from oversold and get some people to, start buying back in, which usually happens when you get to the oversold zone. It's definitely, this thing looks like it's primed and ready to take off again. This ZBEC network that everybody was talking about, I told you guys I took a short out on that right around here, closed it out right around up in here somewhere. I don't know. A lot of people that love XRP is talking about this ZBEC network. I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see the hype. I don't see what all the hype and all the good stuff is about this thing. I just don't see it, other than a bunch of people talking about it. Right here, this thing just traded sideways forever, and it just went absolutely nowhere forever. Looks like they put a whole bunch of money into influencers talking about this thing for a little bit. This was your big run up. Now you see your sell off, pulled right back down into the moving averages here, and we'll see where it goes from here. But I don't know. I look for short opportunities on this. I just don't think that this thing's got a long lifespan to it, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, so we'll see. But I'm going to try to make some money off of shorting this thing whenever the opportunity presents itself. Got Pepe sitting here, looking really good. Pulled back below their moving averages here. Looks like this thing is completely oversold right now. So look for a move on Pepe as the market moves up. Look for a move on Pepe. This thing's oversold. On the RSI, pulled back into the moving averages. This usually actually below the moving averages, really. But this thing, that usually all signals a sign to the upside. So we'll see. We'll see if Pepe can't make a run here this week. Definitely looks like it's going to set up to make a run. So we'll see where Pepe goes this week. But definitely looks like it's definitely on the move for a run. It's sitting 1-1-1-2 right now. 4-0 is 1-1-2. So definitely looking good. Overall market itself on the day, looking pretty damn solid. You got Solana sitting here at $155. Definitely Solana's looking strong this morning. So gotta like when Solana looks strong. That means your meme coins are moving pretty damn good. Got Bitcoin, like I said before, it's starting to look really good. Came down from 107, 106 to 106.6. We'll see. It's going to play around there this morning. Ethereum sitting at 2,595 right now. As long as Ethereum can hold on to this 20, it doesn't drop below 2,400. Anytime Ethereum looks good as long as it's above 2,400. So definitely like where Ethereum is. Got XRP sitting at 220 right now, moving up this morning. XRP really got popped during that whole pullback. I think I seen it as low as like 112, somewhere up in there. So yeah, XRP got popped pretty good, but definitely on its way back up. Tron still acted like a stable coin at 27 cents. That's a good thing for Tron. Cardano sitting at 64 cents. Cardano's a steal at 64 cents right now. That's an absolute steal. Hyperliquid making a nice run back up to $44. You get Hyperliquid. You look at this thing, you pull this thing back over a week. There was your dip right up in here. Right there, here was the Israel-Iran situation happened over here. Came down to like 39, moved right back up to $44. Definitely good volume coming through Hype and Hyperliquid right now. This thing could be this thing could be the altcoin that nobody was talking about early. We were talking about early here, $17, but this could be the one that really makes that move. Sui sitting at $3.07, was down at like $2.90 something cents. So starting to make a comeback. So kind of like where Sui is right now. Good morning, David. Good morning, David. David, good morning. Little dip before before American wakes up. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just got a little dip right now going on. And all of this stuff before the ETFs wake up and before volume starts to push back into crypto. I think we're going to get good volume today in all of the ETFs. I think the Ethereum ETF is really starting to take off a little bit, and I think we're going to get good volume in the Bitcoin ETF as well. Leo, one we don't really talk about, sitting at $9.25. Making a nice push back up to the upside. So Leo's doing okay. AVAX, $19.46. Man, I'm telling you, watch out for AVAX, because if this is the case right here, if Amazon is creating their own stable coin or exploring the option of creating their own stable coin, and they're already hooked up with AVAX and they're already using AVAX's blockchain, why wouldn't they push their stable coin through AVAX instead of going to a different blockchain and doing all that stuff that you got to do with setting up that? And if they do, you just think about the amount of transactions that are coming through the Amazon platform right now. And if you just took half of that and put it through the AVAX blockchain, that's an explosion. That's what they call explosion. So Curtis, good morning, my brother. How are you? So if that happens, you're going to see AVAX hit prices that you probably wouldn't even imagine AVAX hitting, just because of the pure volume that'll come through that blockchain. I think Japan may have some bullish news coming out later on today. We'll see. Hong Kong had some amazing news come out the other day, right here where they were talking about their stablecoin licenses and really tapping into the stablecoin market over here just for their global markets. So Hong Kong had some big news. I think Japan's going to have some big news. I think we're going to see stablecoin bill here in the United States, which is going to be big news. I think there's all positive news coming to cryptocurrency. As long as we can stabilize the rest of the markets, I think we're going to see an altcoin run that we can't even put a price tag on it right now. I just with institutional money flowing into cryptocurrency the way that it's flowing in, I don't think that people can really, really, truly put a price tag on some of these cryptocurrencies, right? Because when you look at this thing for what it is, you look at institutional money coming. It's in Bitcoin, it's flowing in. You see what it's doing to Bitcoin. You see institutional money now really starting to flow into Ethereum, right? BlackRock, everybody else buying the hell out of Ethereum, right? So we'll get a nice pump on Ethereum, right? XRP, people all have all of these price predictions on XRP, but if this thing gets a spot ETF and these guys start putting XRP on their balance sheet, really, can you really make a price prediction on what XRP is going to do based on prior movement? Not so much, because you don't know how much institutional money is going to push that. You got Fidelity putting their S1 on Solana yesterday. So in their ETF, so Solana bust out with a couple spot ETFs, and you start to see that institutional investment start to go into Solana. Can you really, really, truly put a price tag on where Solana is going to go? Not so much, because you don't know what that institutional money is going to put. You don't know what that institutional money is going to push, right? You don't know how hard that institutional money is going to come in. So it's hard to make price predictions on some of these things, and that's a good thing. Actually, that's actually good. Yeah, I mean, you got Ondo sitting here, pretty much ran by BlackRock, sitting at 81 cents right now. I think that the big institutional investors got their foot on Ondo. They're suppressing that price, much like they did Chainlink before. And I think when Ondo explodes, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. No, USDT probably not going to be widely used. USDT has a lot of question marks behind it when it comes to its reserves. If you're going to look at stable coins and retailers actually using stable coins, probably the two stable coins that are probably going to see the biggest advantage off of that is USDC and RLUSD. Them will probably be the two biggest stable coins that you'll see retailers use if they don't create their own, because they're actually backed by they can show what they're actually backed by. They're actually backed by a lot of what they're backed by is right here, is all stuck in these bonds right here. It's all stuck in the world debt, right? A lot of what these guys own is here. So they can prove that out. So that's pretty much why you'll see them two stable coins really be the two that's mostly used by retailers. So mainly USDC, because BlackRock owns BlackRock owns the majority of USDC, and BlackRock basically runs the market. But I do like the fact that these retailers are starting to look at creating their own stablecoins. I'm telling you, if Walmart and Amazon create their own stablecoin, it's game set match for a lot of these lower market cap stablecoins, because you're taking two of the biggest retailers in the world. Let's call it the world, and they both have their own stablecoin. You can't tell me that's not going to have an impact on the rest of the stablecoin market, right? And then, much like we talked about before, you had J.P. Morgan, Wells Fargo, and Citibank talking about collaborating and creating their own stablecoin to be used across their banking platform. Which, if that happens, you're in trouble. A lot of these other stablecoins are going to have a hard time keeping up with that. Yeah, USDC is going to be the one. And here's the thing with USDT. USDT would actually be pretty much almost irrelevant. I don't want to say irrelevant, but it wouldn't be where it is. It was one of the first movers, right? So this USDT is linked to most of your pairs are on centralized exchanges are linked to USDT, right? If if USD if you were launching a new centralized exchange today, most of the pairings would probably come with USDC or RLUSD. USDT, its market cap is only where it is because it was one of the first ones to be pegged on centralized exchanges. That's why. Uh, and you think about it, like when you're out here in a DeFi world and stuff like that, not a lot of USDT gets used. It's mostly USDC, but this is because it's pegged to centralized exchanges. Is why the market cap is where it is. Centralized exchanges starts depegging. I don't want to say depegging, but if centralized exchanges starts to take their pairs to a USDC pair or RLUSD pair, and they start to slowly integrate that, you'll see Tether start to really drop down this board. Uh, so that's half of the problem. But Tether can't really show its reserves. That's an issue for Tether. Quant sitting at 108, 108.4 right now. Quant hung in there pretty damn well over this little bit of downturn here. Quant did pretty well. SAI FET did pretty well too, sitting at 72 cents. Definitely making a comeback this morning. This is my AI play. I think that SAI FET is probably going to be one of the biggest winners when it comes to AI in this super cycle that we're getting ready to go into. And so definitely own some of that. Definitely own a lot of that, I should say. And, a good chunk of that. And definitely think it's going to be one of the biggest AI plays out there. And AI will be a narrative in this super cycle. It will be a narrative. How much AI actually gets developed, how much AI actually gets pushed out there and really developed is kind of irrelevant. I don't want to say it's irrelevant, but you think about it, every bull market, every super cycle has its own theme to it, right? And this theme is going to be real world tokenized assets and ISO 2020 and AI. That's going to be the theme of the super cycle. What's your top AI play right there? I just called it FET right there. FET, ASI FET is probably the one right there. That's the one I think is gonna probably do the best this bull run, or render as well. Render's gonna probably do pretty well too. But I think FET, just because of the collaboration that they have, where a bunch of the different AI projects came together to create ASI, I think that they're going to do really really well this bull cycle. So that's my top AI play. And when we look at this, SPX 6900 just continues to move 164. It's up another 18.6% today. You just can't downplay that move right there. that meme coin is on fire right now. Uh, so we'll see where it goes. H bar's got a lot going on behind the scenes. They got a ton going on, but price action doesn't show exactly what's going on behind the scenes. So I'm actually surprised that H bar is only sitting at 15 cents right now. Um, with all of the partnerships and everything that they have going on, I'm shocked that that thing's not higher than where it is right now. But we'll see. It takes a lot of price action to move a market cap that size. And I say that about XRP all the time. People think Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, BNB, Solana, all these top meme coins. When you look at their market cap, and people are like, well, it's only moving, a couple cents or a couple dollars or whatever. When you look at the market cap that it takes, the market cap that it's at, you know how much money that takes just to move that market cap a little bit. There's a lot of big money. Like, where you're not talking about a meme coin, right? You're not talking about something that's sitting at, 5 million, 10 million, $15 million. You can move a market cap. You can move that market cap by yourself, right? Um, but you ain't moving these market caps by yourself. These are institutional moves that need to take place in order for these market caps to move. Retail's not going to move these market caps. They're too big. So that's why I keep saying for XRP, it needs an ETF. It needs a spot ETF for it to really take that next move to the upside, because retail's not moving that market cap. It's just too big. Same with Solana. You need massive. Right now, Solana's market cap is being moved by massive meme coin volume, right? People just flowing into meme coins and pushing this up. But in order for Solana really to make that big move to the upside and make that big turn, it's got to have its spot ETF. It's got to have that institutional money in it. Same with a lot of these other top tier projects here, right? So Chainlink, same thing. It's institutional money moving that. That's not retail money moving that, but that's institutional money moving that. I think Chainlink's going to be in this super cycle. Chainlink's going to be an absolute stud here. Just because of the ISO situation, I think Chainlink's going to be a stud in this thing. With its oracles. So we'll see. Pi Network sitting at 60 cents right now. Coming back up. It got beat up pretty good. We'll see where Pi goes. So we'll see where Pi moves. They got to get listed on more exchanges. XRP is going to be a force to reckon with. Oh, I think so. I think XRP is going to do a lot. XRP is going to do numbers. And one of the things that Brad came out and said, Brad Garlinghouse came out and said, just over the weekend or maybe even Friday, I can't even remember, but that Ripple wasn't going to go for an IPO in 2025, right? And I think that's actually good news for XRP holders, everybody else, that Ripple is not going to go for its IPO in 2025. That's not to say that 2026 doesn't look like when they'll go for their IPO, but I do think that Ripple itself will IPO. I think that they'll be on the stock exchange. They'll IPO. They'll do all that stuff. But what's going to really kick up Ripple and XRP in general, in as a whole, is one, their spot ETFs, and two, people are starting to put it on their balance sheet in their treasuries, right? That's what really kicked off Bitcoin. I mean, let's be realistic about it. When the spot ETFs came out and people started to put it in their treasuries, like Michael Saylor and everybody else, that's what really kicked off Bitcoin. And that's what really made Bitcoin what it is today. And the same thing starting to happen with Ethereum and XRP. So that's positive move right there for XRP. They need that. Let's see, what else do we got going on today? Looked at Quant. Love Quant, man. I think Quant's gonna be a monster here too. When this ISO thing comes out, Quant's gonna do its thing. Say's in trouble. I looked at Say as like the second half of the bull run type of mover. But they still may be, but they got some cleaning up to do. They got some cleaning up to do. They gotta do a little bit better job of marketing. Um, but yeah, this stablecoin legislation that's getting ready to come out in the United States is gonna be monster. And it's coming quicker than I always say quicker than what we think, but these things just keep getting bogged down. But you guys see the amount of retail investors, the amount of retailers that are actually just moving more and more towards stablecoins, man. And it's just going to take that legislation to kick off. And I'm telling you guys, Visa, Mastercard, all them guys, they're in trouble. They're in trouble right now when it comes to where retail is going when it comes to money movement and stable coins. Now, will you get everybody to use stable coins? No, absolutely not. The same way that you won't get everybody to use debit cards and they would rather use cash. But if you can get to 60 to 70% of your people utilizing stable coins rather than Visa, MasterCard, American Express, you're going to save them retailers billions and billions and billions of dollars in fees. And boy, oh boy, are they ever jumping on that bandwagon. Look at Jasmine holding on. You guys know I love Jasmine. And I still hold my Jasmine. And it's holding on to this 1 penny 3. It's hanging. It needs a positive catalyst upwards, right? It needs something positive to happen with it. And it definitely can move. I still believe in Jasmine. Like I said, I'm still holding mine, but definitely needs a positive catalyst. So looks like it's number 100 right now. It definitely could drop out of the top 100 here, which isn't good for Jasmine. That's not a good look for Jasmine, but I do expect for Jasmine to make a run, here in this bull market. We'll see. But it needs something. But you see Aerodrome that we talked about before come back up into the top 100, sitting here at 99. I'm telling you guys, watch out for Aerodrome because when they release this DEX inside of Coinbase's app, and we're not talking about the wallet, we're talking about the actual app where you'll be able to go in there and buy all of these DeFi projects that are on base, all of these DeFi projects right inside the Coinbase app. And they're going to use Aerodrome. It's going to be they're going to send this thing, and we're trying to tell you guys for a long time about that. They're going to send that thing, and when they send it, and then that volume starts to come through, it's going to be something to watch. It's going to be definitely something to watch. So you just think about going to your Coinbase app and being able to buy all your DeFi projects right there within your app, and not even having to go to a DeFi wallet, right? Not having to utilize a Coinbase wallet, the MetaMask wallet, or anything like that. You're just buying all your stuff right there as soon as it's launched. As soon as it's launched on Base, you're able to make them transactions. That's crazy. Aerosol bullish, yeah, it is, man. It is, and the fact that they got Coinbase Ventures into Aerodrome just really solidifies where they're headed, and what Coinbase is doing is actually Coinbase itself is actually taking a risk by putting a lot of these DeFi projects instantly on their app, right? Because when you think about it, like most centralized exchanges run away from DeFi projects because of the rugs, right? But Coinbase is actually embracing this movement right? Let's call it a movement. Coinbase is actually embracing this and putting dexes inside of their app to allow you to do this. So, you know, big change from where we were to where we are, right? Yeah, Arrow's on his first cycle. This is his first bull run. Got to remember too, and people forget when you look at Aerodrome. We'll go back. We'll have a look here. Uh, and I know we're kind of all over the place this morning, but that was kind of my plan, is just kind of to go all over because there's just a lot going on, right? So when we look at Aerodrome, we pull this thing back, right? Pull this chart back, pull this thing back. It's all time high sitting up in here at $2 and some change, right? So when we look at this thing, it's definitely can can get back up into this blue zone over here, around two and some change. So far off its high, you gotta pull this thing all the way down, 230, right around 230. So, you know, right around that 230 mark, and it's only sitting at 78 cents right now. And ever since this announcement came, you see nothing but green candles coming down here, right? Coming up through here, right? So I like where Arrow is. I like where it's headed, and I think that 230 mark is going to be a blip on the radar here pretty soon. Once you start to get this volume, just my opinion. Don't come at me, you know, tomorrow and say, well, you said it was going above 230. No, it's going to take a little bit for it to get there, but I think 230 will be a blip on the radar here pretty soon. I think it's going to blow right past that. Um, like I said, where's our total three at this morning? 851 billion. Definitely moving up. Definitely moving up. Gotta like it. Altcoins are moving up. So like that. Like that. Like that. Come over here, bull run. Bull run's taking a little step back. Took a little step back this morning. Trouble. We haven't talked about Trouble in a while. This project we got into a long time ago, basically at launch, sitting at 54 cents right now. I mean, this thing was all the way above $2-3 here at one point. 50 cents. Like I said, we got in a pre-sale, so still good there. But Trouble is another one of these platforms where you can buy, sell, trade, stake, do all that stuff over there. So like where that one's headed. Stealth AI. This is on the BNB network over there. This thing needs a recovery. This thing definitely needs a recovery. Not looking good. Not looking good at all. You guys know I like my Brian token over there. Coinbase. We talk a lot about Coinbase. Brian, sitting at 1.22 million right now. I don't know, for some reason. Like I tell you guys all the time, this token right here is just one that I just continually watch. Marbits just trading sideways, not doing much at all. 290K right now, not doing much, just trading sideways. But sometimes sideways isn't always bad either. So VVBot, what we got going on? This is the other one I like. I like VVBot. This one's doing a lot of good stuff. This bot over here kind of had its pullback when the rest of the market pulled back, trading sideways, sitting at 674K. They need to bump. They need volume. They need to bump that up. Gas over there on the Ethereum mainnet. We talk a lot about Matt Fury. We talk a lot about, his characters. Pepe, Brett, all them guys, them are all Matt Fury guys, right? They're all Matt Fury guys. And we're looking at the next wave of Matt Fury characters to come out. Gas is one of them, sitting at 8.4 mil. I think when we looked at this last time Friday maybe, this thing was sitting at 7 mil. So definitely it gained a mil over that short period of time there. So, I like where Gas is over here on the Ethereum mainnet. That's where this one is on the mainnet. So, we'll see which one of these new Matt Fury characters are going to take off and be top dog on the memes. So definitely, but I do like Gas. I think Gas is my pick to be that top dog when it comes to Matt Fury. So we'll see. We shall see, baby. So where are we at on the hour? How we feeling in on the hour? Oh, look at that beautiful hour. Look at that beautiful hour right there. All green in the top 100 for the hour. Man, that looks good. Man, that looks good. What do I think of Jerry? Jerry the Turtle? Put the ticker in there. I'll bring it up and I'll tell you what I think of Jerry the Turtle. Put the ticker up in there. We'll have a look at Jerry the Turtle. So, we might have a new meme. Jerry the Turtle. I don't know anything about Jerry the Turtle. Is it this one? David, is it this one? On Soul? Love the name though. yeah, I do. Is it this one? Is it this one on Soul? David, tell me something. Tell me if it's this one. Yeah, Ken, I like the name. I'm just looking for the ticker. $13K. This Jerry's at $13K. I just don't know if that's the one he's talking about. I can't get to the contract address on here, so you just got to give me the ticker, and then we'll if you give me the ticker, then we'll find it on here. Because on StreamYard, I can't take that contract address and copy it in here. And I damn sure ain't typing all that. So just give me the ticker. It's got to be this one. Big Watch Dude, what's up? What's up? Is it this one on Soul, David? Is it this one? Big Watch dudes in the building. What's up, Big Watch? I hope you had a good Father's Day, dog. Hope you got to spend time with the kids, man. I hope you had a good Father's Day. Is it this one? On Soul? Is it this Jerry? Let me see. No, I hope it ain't that one. That X account got suspended. JYAI. I thought I seen that one. JYAI. So you had a good Father's Day, Big Watch dude. Good, man. Good. Mine was good, man. Mine was good, man. On B&B. This one's on B&B. Yeah, that's it. That's all. That's all it's concentrated on. I hope that that's not it. I got one on Soul. I got one on Soul. I bet you it's this one. I bet you it's this one. This one's on East. This got to be the one. This got to be the one right here, David. Yeah, they're running the market right now, Selma. I gotta be careful. I got a strike last time on my channel. I got a strike last time on my channel because I was talking all kinds of stuff. $8.05 million. Jerry the Turtle right here on Wrapped East. Here we go, Ken. Here we go. 8.05 mil. Liquidity sitting at 330K right now. How many holders they got? 4.75K holders. Not too bad. That's a good holder count. 24-hour trading volume sitting at 290K. That's a good 24-hour trading volume, especially for Sunday. Especially for a Sunday. That's good. That's good. So what do I think about Jerry the Turtle? You go asking about Jerry. Jerry's been around for a while too. Looks like Jerry's been around for a little while. I like it. It got some positive price action. After it looks like it sat dormant for a minute. When you pull the chart back, it looks like it just sat for a little while because this is the daily chart. Yeah, it just sat here and did really nothing for a long time and then started to really take off. Yeah, this project actually looks decent, man. Yeah, I got it. I just needed to get to the right one. Yeah, David, this actually looks really good, actually, to tell you the truth. The fact that somebody revived this thing, because this thing, like I said, just sat here for a while. Just like sat. You look at that thing right there, just traded sideways for a long time before it blew up. So yeah, nice Matt Fury play. Nice Matt Fury play here. Like, be careful though of all these people accumulating right here, because they probably accumulated some nice size bags sitting up in there, and that's probably why you see this right here. But yeah, it definitely looks like it wants to come back. Jerry and Peanut in the cut. Yeah, Peanut slapped Jerry. Oh man, Peanut and Jerry sitting there. Okay, that's that is funny as hell, man. But yeah, I like it. This actually looks really good. This 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 looks good, man. Did you get in, David? Did you get in on the consolidation phase down here when it was consolidating for a while, or did you try to hit this, or did you try to hit this first dip right here? This looks good. Jerry looks good. Looks like a solid play. Market cap's good. Liquidity's a little low, but you would expect that off of a meme coin right now. Holder count looks really, really solid. Volume looks really, really solid. It's been around for a while. It's not a new launch. This is something that's been sitting here. So somebody's been working on it. Somebody's either been working on it or somebody new just took this thing over. We'll bookmark that one, and we'll come back and look at that. We'll come back and look at that one. But yeah, that looks good. That looks decent. All right, guys, I'm up out of here. Got payroll to do. You still rolling with pie? Yeah, I just talked about pie. We just looked at it for a minute. It was right around that 60 cent mark. It looked like it was holding on pretty good. Pie just needs to get listed. Needs to get listed on Fairground. Good afternoon to you. It needs to get listed on some more centralized exchanges. And I think Pie's gonna do decent. I think Pie. It's just one of the ones that they're just getting started. Just don't know how else to say it. They're just getting started. So will it be a first wave super cycle mover or a second wave super cycle mover? I don't know, but I think it will move. Fuck Pie. No, KYC baby. Make sure you guys KYC when you do Pie as well, because if you don't, you're gonna lose your tokens, man. So make sure you KYC. Very, very important to make sure you get that done. There's a cutoff coming as well for all miners, KYC. So make sure you guys hit that cutoff. I don't want to see you guys losing your tokens, man. And anybody that you got mining underneath you, make sure that they KYC as well, or else that's gonna cut into your money, man. So make sure you give them a call. Make sure they're KYCing. Make sure they're taking care of all that. But all right, guys, we're gonna get up out of here. I'm gonna get some payroll done. Got to take care of some business. But yeah, market looks really, really strong this morning. Look at it; most of it's in green. Virtual's doing really well as well. That protocol is doing well. XRP is doing well. Bitcoin looks like it wants to do something this morning. Ethereum looks like it wants to try to break out of that bull flag that it's in. In almost case KY jelly. Oh, baby, someone said in almost case KY jelly. Yo, he skipped the whole baby oil with the KY. He didn't even get. Someone said he didn't even get diddied. Oh, he said KY, baby, KY. Someone he took the KY jelly and said, "Why, baby? Why? Why me, baby?" Oh, baby oil, let's fucking go, no. You got the KY. But all right, let's get out of here. Yo, so I don't know, Elmo. That's crazy, man. KY all the way. Fairgrounds says KY all the way, baby. Yo, happy Monday. We had to get a good laugh in before we left, man. But the market's absolutely looking great this morning, baby. Let's keep it up. Let's keep the market moving positive direction. I think we'll move positive. I think everything else is priced in, man. I think a lot of this stuff's priced in. I think a lot of people have resigned themselves to the fact on Wednesday you're not getting a rate decrease. Yeah, everything will probably just stay pretty stable as far as rates for the foreseeable future. And we'll see what Powell says on Wednesday and see if he gives us any sign of a rate cut and where he's going to take this market. But I think if we don't get any sign of any rate cut, we may see a little bit of a pullback on Wednesday, but I don't expect it to be too bad. Some Ben Gay. Why you at it? Someone said some Ben Gay. Why you been at it, baby? Oh man, you guys are crazy on a Monday. Love it. So I'll be back at you guys. This week. Stay tuned though. Stay tuned to the channel for when we're gonna go live. I'll be back at you guys this week. You guys have a great morning. I gotta go get some work done. And I can't help it. I'm over here laughing, man. I can't help it. But I'll be back at you guys, man. Market looks really good. Big Y. I hope everybody had a phenomenal Father's Day. I hope they got to spend time with their families. I hope they had a great day. And we'll be back at you guys at some point this week and keep the market. We'll keep you guys updated on the market. So with that, guys, I'm out of here, man. Thank you for the laughs. I really appreciate every single one of you. Bye.